Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called $15 bread, $20 gasoline, $50 beer, and $1,500 electric bills. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we update a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media so you can help us spread the word. Now, let's get started. We're on our way to seeing prices this country has never seen before, not even in science fiction movies. Prices so insane that people will be reduced to beans and rice and water. There's a growing possibility that we're going to see $15 bread, $20 gasoline, $50 beer, and $1,500 electric bills. That's a monthly electric bill, by the way, not an annual electric bill. Remember when you could walk up to a public water fountain and drink water out of it for free? You remember that? Well, that's going to come to an end soon as they start charging you to drink that water out of that fountain going forward. Remember when you could go to church for free? We believe that things are going to get so bad that they'll eventually start charging you to attend church. We're going to start seeing more starving people stripping public buildings of copper, wiring, plumbing, roofing materials, and everything else they can resell for food. We're going to start seeing hungry people chopping down public trees and bushes just to eat their homes. We're going to see the court systems freeze up and grind to a halt because they simply won't be able to process the enormous amount of crime and civil litigation that's going to be crammed into the court's docket. We're going to see gangs standing outside of grocery stores and robbing people coming out of them, not for money, but for food. Did you buy steak today? As you walk out of the grocery store, there's going to be 12 guys ready to beat you up for that steak or that burger. It's happening. It's going to happen even more. Last week, a woman was decapitated in a really nice neighborhood in San Francisco. That's decapitation. That's not a stabbing. That's not a shooting. That's where he chops the neck, removes the head, and then runs away because he's such a gutsy guy. Well, he eventually surrendered. If that's going on now, what do you think is going to be happening in San Francisco neighborhoods or other neighborhoods around the country 12 months from now? There are now a growing number of cities and states which want to eliminate cash bail for many crimes, which means that criminals will be released almost immediately after their arrest. Now, let's get to the really important phenomenon. On the one hand, people will be ripped off by inflation and food prices and gasoline and everything else that's skyrocketing in price. What do you think will happen when Wall Street finally starts stealing the money that these same people had in their retirement accounts or their stock accounts or their bank accounts? It's not going to be pretty. What happens when gangs finally realize that people are storing their money at home rather than keeping a lot of their money at the bank? Do you think they're going to start breaking into these homes and forcing people to surrender the money they've hidden under their mattress oh so cleverly? It's unbelievable. What do you think happens when millions of alcoholics can't afford to purchase a beer or a bottle of liquor? What happens when the cartels begin lowering the prices of fentanyl or just starting to give it away in an effort to completely destroy our country? Do you think that's beyond them? I don't. What happens when food becomes unaffordable and narcotics become free? Think about that equation for a minute. How much more crime do you think that people living in cities can tolerate before they rise up like never before? What does the price of milk and bread and gasoline have to rise to before people who were once middle class now find themselves at the poor or less than poor level financially? How many marriages and families and businesses will disintegrate when the price of gasoline hits $15, $20, $25 a gallon or higher? Once they make it impossible for people to afford a drink or a meal, how long do you think before things reach a critical stage? We suspect we've already entered that stage. Remember this, the more they keep raising the prices, the more comfortable they are in publicly destroying you. They don't care if the world sees that effort. They just rack it up to inflation. Oh, if it's inflation, then it must not be the politicians or Wall Street. It's just inflation. So what should you keep your eye on? Well, don't pay attention to sports scores or what movies are on cable or at the theater. Just watch the food and the gasoline and alcohol prices keep skyrocketing. This will allow you to see what they're up to and how determined they are to get rid of you. And by get rid of you, I mean that in the worst possible way. You have to stop giving these people the benefit of the doubt. They're actively trying to eliminate you. Well, good luck and thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up. So make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.